Welcome to the Money GPS Live. Thank you all for coming in today. All right, good evening, everyone. Good stuff. I love the fact that people are chatting in here amongst each other. We're like building a community. I love that. I'm just setting up the control panels on my end. Welcome all. Thank you all for being here today. All right, and we're live. Yes, yes, yes. Good stuff. Coming here for the truth. Smash that like. Smash that like. That's right. 77 people in the house already. Good stuff. People are excited. I want to do a poll of the audience. We'll wait. Instagram is coming online. Let's get some TikTok action going. The Money GPS will dance. Does anybody want to see that? We'll get that going. All right. Let's get the TikTok live happening. Which, by the way, I had this. If anybody knows how to turn a filter off on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever, I got this effect on my face, which is giving me a makeup on my face or something. It's hilarious. Enhance. Oh, effects. None. Can't turn it off. That's hilarious. All right. Mr. K-Man in the house. Mr. K-Man made it over the 1,000 sub hump, which is awesome. Good stuff. Mr. K-Man. Yes, yes. Anybody wants to know about Cayman Islands? He's giving you boots on the ground. Mr. K-Man Vlog's giving you boots on the ground view of what's happening. Really, really, probably for Cayman Islands, there's probably, that I'm aware of anyway, there's nobody better documenting what's happening there on the island, which is awesome. There should be people in every city documenting. Country, in that case, it's so small, but like in every city, people just documenting what's happening in that city or in that country, in that region. We should have more of that. Okay, good stuff here, guys. There's so many people coming in. The truth shall, yes, Australia. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the lockdowns are getting heavy. Really getting heavy. So we're going to talk about what I would invest in with $1,000. Okay. That's definitely the topic for today. But ultimately, as always, you can ask any question you would like. Anything is acceptable. As long as you hit that like button. All right, I'm done. Done setting up all my stuff. Good stuff here. All right, all right. All good in Cayman. Young people with $1,000. Yeah, let's talk about that today. Most people don't have $1,000. Well, that's why I did the video. I did a previous live about what would I do with $0 or $100 or less was actually the video. If you haven't seen that already, you could still get that on my Twitter and Facebook. But I'm going to be producing a series of videos that's basically what can I invest in with $100 or less? What about 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? And we'll see if I'll do more than that. But that's kind of a short series of videos that I'll make that I'm sure the performance will be terrible, but what I can do is always reference those videos. I'm going to try to make them evergreen videos, and then I could just reference people back to those over and over again, over time. So it'll be really good stuff. what? Okay, I'm being asked on Instagram. What do you think of 401ks? Okay, so I'm gonna say something, and I'm just gonna be honest with you because I believe in the truth. Hey TikTok, how are you? I believe that they're not good. Okay, why do I say this? I don't think that your money out of your control is ever a good idea. It's just not. For a lot of people, they're able to move their 401k into a self-directed IRA. Then we're talking about something different. In general, I don't like the whole buy and hold long-term investment strategy, buy a mutual fund strategy. It's just not what I like. I like more active investment. I think that swing trading is probably better, but ultimately something like a business, having real estate. I understand the prices of real estate are excessive today. Having a more diversified portfolio over a long period of time, because look, you're smarter than the average person. Okay, the average person just wants to put their money in and say, "Look, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it." But that's not wise over a long period of time. You might make money over a period of time, but over a long period of time, you're not going to do well. You need to be more active, and you are. If you're on the money GPS, you know that you're in for the truth, or at least that's what you're trying to dig. You're trying to dig into the truth, and so I think that you can manage this on your own. Okay, awesome. Thank you for the support. What's your research told you about theta and T-Fuel? Like to hear your thoughts. Okay, I don't have any really good information. I've been seeing it everywhere. People are talking about theta. Let's, what I would say to you is that in order, because you've supported me, I will do some digging. I don't think I can pull up anything that's, let's just say top secret or anything, but I will certainly do what I can to look up some information, bring it to you if I think it's reasonable. But there's a lot going on right now, and things are just changing hands. There's a new crypto every day. There's decentralized finance. There's all these new things that are popping up, and not enough of them are actually being actively used. We're just talking about future technologies that, there's transactions going on every day, but nobody's really utilizing them functionally on a daily basis. I would love to see that. Trust me, I would love to see that. If you read the original Satoshi Nakamoto white paper of Bitcoin, you get to this, the title and the subtitle, the second sentence, up to the second sentence, you already should be convinced it's fantastic. So, I am all for these things. I just want to see them in actual implementation and usage. It all depends. Are people going to buy into it? Like I just talked about in the interview, for those who haven't seen it yet, in the interview with Lynn Alden that posted this morning, we talk about, like I specifically mentioned to her, there's the price and then there's the technology. And I really wanted her to separate those two and talk about that more. If you haven't seen that video already, please check it out, okay? Because we really get into the depths of it. And I put all the timestamps. So if you just want to forward to that, you can do that, okay? But in terms of that specific aspect, theta, don't have any particular details, but I'll try to pull up something, okay? Thank you for that. If I had 1,000, I would invest in Apple. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. I'll tell you why I would not do that with 1,000. If I was Warren Buffett, different story. I agree. Our superannuation system in Australia is not to be trusted. Governments over the years have dropped subtle hints at dipping their hands in our super. Yeah, for those who don't know, that's a 401k equivalent. And absolutely, that's going to happen. They force you to put the money in, by the way. Oh, you have to put your money in, but it's like a little pot that we can just take out of should we need to. Oh, but only during a national emergency, during, hard times or what have you. But come on, the money GPSists are hardworking, ambitious investors. Yes, you got to be able to, invest for yourself and not like I've seen people that have literally taken quotes from others and like the almost word for word exactly what I heard this other individual say, because that makes them feel like what's it called, confirmation bias, right? Don't do that. You want to make the judgments for yourself. I made 10 times more money once I got over my fear, fired my financial advisor, and started managing all of my own money. Good stuff. Yeah, the financial advisor, I mean, they're not going to manage. They can't manage your money. I mean, let's be honest. You go to the bank, they have like 1,200 clients, right? Like it's just unrealistic. They're not going to be able to do anything. They put everybody in the same funds. And why do they put them in those funds? Because, that's what they're told to do, right? It's just all about putting everybody in those same funds. Yeah, you liked it? Good stuff. Yeah, Lynn Alden. Interview was great. Yes, yes. All right. So we got 137 people in the house today. Before we go on to talk about the $1,000, I wanted to ask you, do you find in your city, wherever you are, you don't have to mention the city if you don't feel comfortable, but do you find that traffic is lower, and in general, that people are probably, looks like they're on vacation, away from work, just simply not around right now at this time? Can you let me know what you see? Because I think that's the case right now, that a lot of people are just out and about before the school. Everyone gets back to school before Labor Day and so on, that right now at this time, they're off. Okay. Are you seeing the roads less congested? Are you seeing the people aren't at the parks? People aren't walking. There's less cars in your neighborhood and so on. What do you think? What do you see? Traffic through the roof. Okay. Traffic, definitely not. Traffic is terrible. Okay. And I'm talking about, just to clarify, I'm talking about right now versus 2 months ago. Lots of traffic. Oh, and by the way, like traffic, I just mean people. Are you seeing those people around? I'm talking, once again, talking about now compared to a month or two ago. Is it lighter or is it heavier than it was a month or two ago, or is it the same? Dan, what's going on? Less congested? Yeah, Toronto. Dan in Toronto saying less congested. Okay. Vast difference from the start of the lockdowns. I haven't stopped working and I drive all over the North Texas. Okay. They're all in Hawaii. I live in a semi-rural area. I travel on the interstate every now and then. I've seen a little more traffic in both areas in recent weeks. Okay. In Vancouver, I've noticed that at least 15 small businesses are permanently shuttered. Yeah, that's for sure. Restaurants are jam-packed. Okay. Must have reservations. Heavier than it was 2 months ago. Interesting. Janet Yellen. Got to get Janet Yellen on. Should you keep $1,000 cash on hand in case it fits in? Yeah, it's always good to have cash. It is always good to have some cash. No doubt. The gas prices are stupidly high. Oh, yeah. That's for sure. Heavy in New Jersey. Traffic is down in Australia. I'll give you one guess. Yeah, the lockdowns for sure. I guess it depends on where you are. I don't know if all areas are locked down, but anyway. Yes, prices are still going up. Commercial units available everywhere for lease. Awesome. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. Yellen is my girl. Okay? All right. Downtown Toronto. Okay, so it's interesting. It depends on where you are, see? Toronto, I'm getting traffic is lower. Maybe it depends on, area. Farmland in Central Jersey. Are we fighting over Janet Yellen right now? All right. Is everybody ready to talk about the $1,000? Okay, I'm reading your comments here. It looks like it really depends, but a lot of people are saying it's Heavy traffic for most people. So it looks like US is pretty busy. Are they, I wonder, are the people out and about shopping, restaurants, and so on? Like, are they on vacation? That's what I want to know. Are people taking vacation? They have sort of it's an unusual time for them, right? I just wonder. I wonder how many people are taking their kids here and there. They're taking the RV. They're going camping. They're going to the beach, what have you, during this period. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to. Should I buy all the water at Costco? Crazy busy in Southeast South Dakota. Everyone is moving here to be free. Been busy since last summer. Wow. Okay. New Mexico traffic on Friday. A lot of people moving around. Okay. Gas has been pegged at $2.99 where I'm at for a year. Busy. Okay. Got back from vacation a couple weeks ago. Less traffic here. Okay, so it seems to be different depending on the areas. It may be slowing slightly. I'm a cement mixer, and I see it every day. Gas at retail costs likely driving consumer spending downward. Okay. More accidents and broken down cars than ever before. All right. Vacations, do people still do that? The 505, who's in the 505? Bahamas, less traffic in the Bahamas, all right. In Seattle, traffic has returned a bit, still nowhere near where we were a year and a half ago. Okay. Rents have gone up, oh yeah. Rents really gone up. You know what I'm finding? Like, I was thinking about all these people that had to postpone their weddings. So they're postponing big events like weddings and so on. These venues were hurt, like really hurt for the period. Obviously, you couldn't gather and so on. But imagine, so their prices have gone up. You know that, because especially now, because you have the demand, extreme demand, because all they did was postpone it a year, 2 years, whatever it is. So that price is going to go up 20%, 30%, so on. Partially to make the money back, partially because of demand. That's a 20, 30% increase in price, okay? Do you think for a second that they're going to ever bring that price down? No, that's just the new price, because all of the banquet halls, all of those facilities are doing the same thing. They're all going to increase their price. So now suddenly that's the new thing. That's the new price. So just think about that for a second. How many things are increasing dramatically? It's not something that, you don't hold a venue every day, but certainly that's something that will affect you, right? Whatever that venue might be, whatever that service might be. I'm just using that as an example, but things have really shifted, I believe. All right. Silver, yeah, silver is the cheapest thing. Gas. Yeah, DQ, you need a vacation after all this. Haven't taken a vacation in a long time. All right. $6 a gallon, somebody's saying? Where did I read that? Seeing gas for $6 a gallon. I didn't want to drive anymore. Yeah, I got to convert that to liters, but it's, yeah. Some places to Europe. Look at Europe, how much they pay. Europe's probably paying that for the most part. All right. $1,000, right? Okay. I'm just organizing my thoughts here. And okay. So I'm going to do a video about this, but I want to talk about it today because I talked about the $100 or less. So let me just cover that right now. Okay, everybody? All right, let's get this going. If you had $100 or less, some people would say, well, I would buy this or that. And my opinion is that we should take what we have and multiply it to a level of more substance. Okay, so if I have $50, $100, or $0, what I'm gonna do is use the skills that I currently have to multiply that amount. All right, so I'm going to, okay, I can cut grass. Okay, let's do this. Doesn't take much skill. I got the lawnmower, or my neighbor has a lawnmower, or my brother has a lawnmower, or my sister has a lawnmower, or somebody's got a lawnmower. I can use it. I fill the gas. I can do this. I can wash windows. Okay, I can do that. I can do the baking I can do cooking. I can do whatever, okay? So I'm gonna take my sweat equity and I'm gonna multiply that. And I'm gonna do it as fast as I possibly can. You could be making, what I said was take that $100 and make it $1,000. Even if it's zero, same situation, okay? For the lawnmower, maybe what you need is some gas for that lawnmower, okay? You can make it happen, whatever it is. So you take the 100, you make it 1,000. Now we're at 1,000, okay? 1,000. What are we going to do with 1,000? Well, we don't just want to invest 1,000 because we want to be able to multiply that to 10,000. Okay, we want to get to that level. Then we could take 1,000 from that 10,000, and we now have that 1,000. We put it, as Mr. K-Man was saying, we could put that in Apple stock. We could put it in silver. We could put whatever it is. Okay. But we could take that 9,000 now, and now we can invest something further, and that's a whole different video. But what do we do? What do we do? What do we do with $1,000? I believe the best thing to do when you have 1,000, or maybe it's 500 or 800 or 1,200, whatever it is, somewhere in that range, that we want to be flipping products. Okay, and I'm not talking about shoes and things like this, which I know that is a big thing to flip. The most basic thing that works consistently is products that you find on sale at a discount, that you get them at Walmart or any other store that's having a clearance. Clearance items will sell for regular price on Amazon. I don't think people realize this. You go to Walmart, there's a clearance aisle, they've got all different products. You could buy those products for very cheap, and you can sell them. Or you know, there are other cases I've seen online. You know those big heaters? They're like a propane type heater, and for outdoor use, people are sitting around, they have a nice heater there. These heaters, they put them on sale. Home Depot and Lowe's and all these different places will put them on sale. So when that sale comes in, sometimes you get a crazy sale, like it's less than a half of the price. On Amazon, it's a regular price. It's just a regular price, and people are buying it. Why? Because it delivers to their door. Because their credit card is already with that system. There's no friction there. A couple clicks, they get it. You're not ripping them off. You got it on sale. You're just flipping that back. Okay. And another thing you could do is go onto Kijiji, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, whatever's in your area, whatever your country, every city is different. They use a different thing, but it's classified ads. And a lot of times they sell or give away, free stuff. It's kind of like the example I've talked about before. A friend of mine, he got patio stones, beautiful patio stones for his backyard that are worth over $1,000 worth of patio stones. The only stipulation was that you had to come pick them up. You had to take every single one, and that's it. So he had to do all the legwork. Okay, so he went there. He had to make a few trips, put them all in his truck, bring them home. Those are over $1,000 worth of stuff right there. You could flip that. He got fire extinguishers. These things could be sold, and you resell them onto Kijiji, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, what have you. Okay, there are unlimited amount of options. I'll talk about that further in the video, but this is just a live video. Just wanted to give you a couple ideas. And I think that people, if they got into this mentality of, okay, what's my actual goal here? Am I trying to make 20% in the next year? I mean, that for a stock, that would be fantastic, right? If I made 20% gain on my stock, hey, that'd be a great gain. But instead, if I try to take my $1,000 and make it $10,000, how many people can honestly say that their stock did that? Not many, okay? Maybe you get lucky, you strike gold. But it just doesn't happen that often. So we got to see where we are. We got to see where we want to be. And then we got to address that in the best way possible. We want to increase our probabilities. And this, I'm telling you guys, I am telling you right now, this is the ultimate strategy. Yes, it requires legwork. Yes, there is effort involved. But I'm telling you right now, you do this, you can have success and you could bring in that money. Now we're talking. Now we're in $10,000. Okay, what do I need to do? Now we get into another video, but I think that that's the key right here, okay? Susan, thank you so much for your support as always. Late again, working, glad to see you live. Thank you. Thank you very much, Susan. Appreciate that. As always. All right. Got a lot of the Janet Yellen talk. All right. First stock I bought was AMC for $5. Good stuff. Good stuff. You came here for the truth. I actually didn't say that in the last video. I don't know. Nobody said anything. Okay. I got lots of rice and beans. My uncle made fun of me for it. Yeah, but if something bad happens, he'll be coming for you. He'll be saying, "Oh, you know that rice and beans you have? Yeah, can I have some?" Buy rice, Mylar, and a 5-gallon bucket. Good stuff. Right here, Gabriel. I have actually bought seasonal items on clearance and then sold them on offer up. There's so many different apps and websites and so on. This is the way that you make money. This is the way you do it. You got to take it step by step. You got to figure out that, look, this is the situation I'm in. This is the place I want to be. How do you make that happen? Okay, you can't dream, and hope and pray. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. You got to make it happen. You got to take the steps to make that happen, right? Invest in toilet paper. Good stuff. That's a good idea, GPS. Thank you. All right. I'll make this easy, 1,000 in XRP and wait. See, that's the thing, right? First of all, how much did you have to put in? Easy 1,000. So are you saying you're going to double your money in it? Maybe, right? But I'm talking about going from 1,000 to 10,000. Are you going to do that? If so, how long? Because 1,000 to 10,000, realistically, 60 days, if you're not doing it full time, 60 days, you can probably do that in terms of profit. Gabriel, yeah, I'm going backwards right now through it. There you go. Vancouver, 170 per liter in Vancouver. That's 670 per gallon. There you go. There's your calculation. That's what Canadians and Europe as well. Same situation. All right. Just got here. What would he invest in? Oh, okay. Hang on to that thought. I'll talk about that in a few minutes as more people come in. If everybody wants to know 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be a different... it's going to be a different scenario for a lot of people, what they think is right. And of course, I'm just certainly giving my opinion based on what I've seen, actually success, real success. Okay, I'm going through all your questions here and comments. Right. Recap before ending the stream. Yeah, for sure. I'll do that. Do that in a little bit. I'll do it a couple times throughout. Just go over it quickly. I put 580A, 500 XRP. What do you think about that? You can do that. You can do that. Like I said, like you can invest in these cryptos. You can invest in silver. You can invest in gold. You can invest in stocks. You can put your money into those places. But what I'm talking about, I only have $1,000. I don't have $1,000 today and $1,000 next month. I'm talking about what am I gonna do if all I have is this $1,000 investment to work with? What am I gonna do? And it's all about multiplying. When you're talking about smaller figures, you've got to multiply it. I understand people will say, you know, get your 9-to-5 job and just keep every month, keep dollar cost averaging, just do it, right? My employer matches my paycheck. My employer matches my paycheck, so I'm going to put that money in, and I get that. But we got to multiply our money. That's the only way we're going to accelerate. Okay? If the downturn comes and suddenly your portfolio is worth 50%, maybe 40%, what are you going to do? Are you just going to, well, I'm just going to hang on. I'm just going to hang on. But that doesn't do you any good when you got bills to pay. That doesn't do you any good if suddenly, God forbid, something happens and you need the cash today. What are you going to do? You're going to sell. If you have to sell, you're going to sell. You're going to sell some of it. You know, the health issues come up. How many times does that happen? A lot. I've read the statistics about people needing emergency health problems, something, and the number, I know I covered it on the channel before. The number was crazy. It was really shocking to see how many people have this unexpected health emergency and then they can't afford it, essentially. So they have to go into debt or they have to sell part of their retirement account. Bought Avenue at $2.93 6 months ago. It's around $6 now. Yep, so it doubled over 6 months, which is like, what I'm saying is your returns can be great, right? But can you turn 1,000 into 10,000 in 30, 60 days? Like, yeah. I mean, there are things that are going to go up like crazy, but that is basically buy, hold, wait. Okay, hopefully all the easy money is in the system so I can benefit from that. Or you could do the dirty work yourself. You can get in your car, you could drive out, you can make the phone calls, you could send the emails, you can do this and actually just take that money. Take that money, right? You're giving people what they need. And you're building a business, you get the tax advantages, you get the write-offs and so on. Right. People are talking about Afghanistan. Don't forget about last year. Last year, 2020, the government of the US was talking about allowing the handoff to that group that I probably can't even say the name of, that's in control today, talking about how it's going to be great. They're going to get the bad guys. This is fantastic. Don't ever forget that. I've seen some very incorrect things about, you know, how things have really changed in a short period of time, blah, blah, blah. It was already talked about last year. Already talked about that they were going to allow it to happen. The transition would occur. It was going to be great. They're going to get the bad guys and so on. So please don't forget that. Short the market. I wouldn't right now. Personally, I would not. I've been criticized of talking about people, you know, telling people not to invest in the market. Why do I say short the market and all this? I've never said that. But I mean, that's just the way it is because people they don't have the attention span anymore. So I get a lot of that. I find just people they watch 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, I watch your stuff, buddy. I watch your stuff, buddy. And they actually don't, right? Because it's the news. We got to be informed. So in my personal opinion, I wouldn't short the market today, but there will be a time. I'm telling you right now, there will be a time. In 2020, there was such a fantastic opportunity, one of the best opportunities we've ever seen to make money in the fastest period of time, as the market was declining, as the that chaos was occurring. You didn't even have to time it very well. You could have just made some serious money in a short period for those who were shorting. Team Kathy. All right. Let's see. The goldfish. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've actually heard that stat. Mark Moss. I'll email him. I will email him. I've heard people asking to get Mark Moss on. I will definitely email him. I'm trying to email as many people as I can. I got Lynn Alden. If you haven't seen that interview already today, highly recommend checking it out. We got into a lot of different topics. Mark Moss, people have recommended. Gregory Manarino. People have recommended Peter Schiff. I emailed Peter Schiff and never got a reply, but I'll try him again. Emailed Alessio Rastani, never replied. I'm just trying to get as many people as I can based on what you're telling me. I'm trying to. I tried to reach out to Jeffrey Snyder. He said no. So you tell me who to contact. I'll try to contact them a few times, and if they reply yes, that's great. Okay. Don't forget, people, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up. We've had 2,000 people come in and out of here and only 112 likes. You got to do that. You got to hit that thumbs up button. People asking about Alibaba and other Chinese stocks right now. Well, see, there's two ways to look at it because, the prices have been hit hard. Okay. We are well off the highs in these Chinese stocks. And you could suggest that, hey, this is a great dip opportunity. But at the same time, there's a real big concern about the regulations and the level of control of the authorities. So what are they going to do next? Nobody really knows. It's very, very unpredictable. Now, you see what happened with George Soros. George Soros got in and started buying some of these stocks. And as far as I understand, as of the last 13F, he sold them. He sold those positions. So he made a gamble. He went in for it and didn't work out. Sold those positions. So who knows? The Money GPS says hit that like button. Yes. Jeffrey Snyder's focus is very much on central banking and the Fed's actions. Yeah, for sure. Would you aim to diversify in a portfolio or focus on the sectors that you really understand? Yeah, so I talked about this. If you want to watch the interview that I did with Lance Roberts, it was 2 weeks ago, I think it was. 2 weeks ago, Lance Roberts, Real Investment Advice. I did an interview and talked about this specifically, okay? And so what I hear is, stick to what you know is kind of the thing, which ultimately means, investing in tech stocks, which have been incredible performers, okay? But you look at the example of Amazon, right? Amazon doesn't always go up. Look at what happened from like June to June 2020, up until that point of June 20, like Amazon did so well up until about July, I think it was. And then it bounced around in this level for like a year. And there's different factors for that. Yeah, the run up was too fast. At the same time, money started going into other types of stocks, value stocks, and so on. So you don't really know necessarily what's going to happen. What I think, this is what I think, and you should not take what I say to be gospel or whatever, but look at it like, I think swing trading is probably better at this time, just because of the high level of risk. There is no what you know and what you don't know, because a guy like Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, these guys literally read the company's balance sheets and the numbers and all the different, any data they can get around a particular company, literally all day long. They read about these companies all day long, and they still can't really decide on making huge acquisitions at this time. And yeah, Buffett's old. I get that. Okay, heard that all before. But it just makes you think. Why are they sitting on $144 billion of cash? Why? Oh, they don't know what they're doing? No, I don't think that's the reason. I think when the time comes, they're going to scoop things up at a significant discount, and they already have investments. So it's not like they're not invested. It's not like they're not making money, as you say, but they believe that a better opportunity comes when there's blood in the streets. Sir John Templeton. If you want to do an interview about various ways to be prepared, City Prepper would be a good person to talk to. He's spoken about financial preparedness as well and more traditional preps and skills. All right. I think I heard of him before. Somebody mentioned in the chat. But that would be good. I would love to talk to somebody like that. In May 2020, Peter Schitte said that there's a bear market rally. He also said that about the market is going to crash in terms of gold, not reputable. Yeah, so I don't know. You got to also watch one in any interview. I don't know if it was an interview or his own program or whatever, but like understand the context too, right? Understand the context. Doesn't mean he's always going to like. Obviously, he has a particular agenda that he wants people to understand that the dollar is ultimately doomed and that every bull market comes to an end and that empires fall. And so if the guy's talking for 3 hours a day, he's going to say things that, not necessarily that they're not true or what have you, but, take it with like the whole picture. Understand the whole picture of what he's trying to get across. I get buy products low and selling them higher. How to sell and ship them. I good at buying, not so much selling. Yeah, so how to ship them? You organize that with them, right? If you're doing Amazon, you can ship it to the Amazon fulfillment warehouse and do what's called FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, or you can do FBM, fulfillment by merchant, and you ship it to them. And the way you do this is within the Amazon system. They have the ability to ship directly in there, and they have a deal that you cannot find anywhere else. They will give you a great deal on the shipments. When you're doing it in bulk, okay, different story. Okay, if you're going to be shipping 1,000 units in from your warehouse into Amazon's fulfillment center, they're going to give you a great deal because obviously you're doing it in bulk. UPS is going to give you that, and like I said, I mentioned I think yesterday or so. For the units that I shipped in last time, 6 cents. 6 cents per unit. So I mean, when people say the shipping costs are very high, it depends. It really depends on what we're talking about here, and certainly that they have gone up internationally, and but it all depends on what you're trying to do here. If you're talking about different things like your Craigslist and so on, some people feel comfortable meeting up with people locally. If the buyer is somewhere local, they'll say, hey, just meet me at this public area over here and we do the deal and so on. So it depends. Do you have to buy large ticket items to resell? No, not at all. Not at all. The only thing is that the larger ticket items are going to be generally more profit per unit. So there's less legwork. Okay, if you're buying something that's, let's say $100 or $200, like you're buying one of those heaters like I talked about, which might be an opportunity, by the way, in the coming month or two. Okay, look for that. So these heaters, you get them $200, they're on sale for $100. Okay, awesome. I'm going to sell them for $150, $200, whatever the case may be. I'm going to make that profit in there instead of selling something like, I don't know, $26, where now I got to sell 50 units to make up the profit over there. So I hope you get the point. Gregory Manarino has often been correct, but I distrust many of the stock picks on his trading advice websites. Yeah, that's why I always say just, you got to know yourself. You can't just say like what this guy is buying and selling, whoever that is. You want to be able to do the due diligence on your own, real due diligence, not on Reddit. Please don't use the website Reddit. I see people that use Reddit, and I went in there 2 times and I got scared and I left. All right, money GPS is more data. How do you feel about crypto? Do you think there will be a pullback? It's looking relatively bullish right now in general, but there is a case. Like if you look at the pattern that was experienced back in 2018, before the crash, so it was basically like a dead cat bounce. Okay, if you look at that pattern, it's quite similar. Now it is a different market. It's a different altogether, but that kind of thing does happen in not just crypto, any market. Okay, we do have dead cat bounces. Why? Because people are saying, oh, the price has come down. Okay, I'm going to get in right now. So they get in, but still that downward pressure pulls it down. Now, what I would say is if we go to a risk off mentality, I personally think crypto is going to get hit. I think crypto will get hit. Why? Because we like a lot of the money that's in crypto is very speculative. I'm being asked many times over and over again about AMC. What do I think about AMC? All right. Why and when do you think it will happen? I think that the tapering is probably a good indication of when we'll start to see that risk off. When? All depends on the Federal Reserve. Always hit the like button. Thank you. Hit that like button, everybody. We've been going on for 47 minutes. Can you believe this? Awesome. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Which do you think is more true? People tend to overestimate automation or tend to underestimate? Good question. Let me think about that. I would say they underestimate it. If people are reliant on anything, they call it like normalcy bias. And I think that people will say, well, not my job. My job can't be replaced. It's impossible. But look at these different things that are being developed today. They're coming. They're coming for it. Like nobody ever thought the robo-advisor, financial advisor, being replaced by a computer program. Just like that. And they're going to do a better job. They're actually going to do a better job. Okay, because I told a story before when I was young, going to the financial advisor, not knowing anything. He asked me, so what's your risk tolerance? And I said, well, like at the time I was thinking to myself, well, I don't want to be risky. That's not something I'm interested in. I was well, and I was kind of just doing one of those. And he said, it doesn't matter anyway. And he clicks he clicked something on his screen, and I thought that's kind of weird. But I didn't know anything. I didn't know any better. I was a kid. So now obviously I wonder who that was. I don't even know anymore. But so that's just the way it is. But I think that sort of thing is changed now. It's really changed now. And the robo-advisor is just one aspect. And actually, the robo-advisor is not small money either. A lot of these places are putting minimums on what they will have with their robo-advisor. Imagine just you pick up your phone, there's an app, you click 3 buttons, that's your robo-advisor. They're gonna automatically invest for you based on your criteria that you set. and maybe it learns a few things about you. Maybe it learns about your spending habits. Maybe it learns where your money currently is and so on, and it adapts to that. So it's automatically pulling the data from you, and of course that's sold off to the highest bidder. That's a whole different story. But I think that that's the kind of thing that people never thought of. They underestimated it. Other things like the robo taxis on the street and stuff. Come on, it's so silly. It's so silly. I mean, I still have people today saying, "Well, you know what? And they give excuses. So many of these different things never came to fruition. Like, look at the flying taxis. I've been talking about that. They've been talking about that for how long now? Like, honestly, and yeah, there's a prototype. Like, come on, let's be serious. Is it coming? Probably, but you got to get through a lot of hurdles. It's not just how can we make a device that flies and you could put somebody in it, and like a drone, and you could move people around, or a drone that delivers stuff. It's about, the whole logistics of it, and trying to make this thing land somewhere safely, because when you're on the street, you're driving around, okay, people can get into accidents, but you don't generally worry about what's coming above you. Now suddenly you've got traffic above you and below. Well, now you're going to be driving and you got to look everywhere you're going above your head. Oh, there's a drone, another drone fell. I mean, imagine, it would be chaos. Why do Canadians like maple syrup? I think they have it in Vermont too, don't they? Maple syrup? Why would you? Yeah, why wouldn't you? I think if you're gonna have like pancakes or something, people put maple syrup on their pancakes. It's better than what do people use instead? Honey? I mean, obviously you could use honey. That's better. I'm working on getting my YouTube channel going right now, and I'm getting close to publishing my first book. Awesome. Good stuff. Share what you know. Don't worry. Like, what I would say is, it's never going to be perfect. Don't try to make it perfect. Do what you can and just keep going. Make that content and listen to your followers, your subscribers, your people. If they ask you for something, do it. Make it happen, because they are everything to you, especially your regular subscribers. Okay? These are the people that are going to give you that thumbs up. Hey, right? They're going to give you that thumbs up. They're going to support you. They're going to cheer you on. They're going to give you those comments and so on. Okay, this is the good stuff. What do we got here? How is the Audible book market? Are you saying as a seller? I don't sell on Amazon Audible. I mean, there's just a lot. I would just say in general, Amazon Audible, or just selling it Amazon in general, books. Like, for your book, you should not be an author because you want to make profit from it. It will not be profitable. All right. Dow Transportations. Yeah, I saw that. Alessio Restani was talking about this, the Dow theory, basically saying S&P is going up, yet the Dow Transportation Index going down. This is generally the sign of the start of a bear market, or correction in the markets. It's very accurate, but nobody really knows what's going to happen. We'll see. We will see. Hit the like button. Yes. Is anyone here still bullish on the stock market? That's a good question. I think so. I think there's reason to be bullish on the price, not on where we are. I mean, fundamentally, it's just disgusting. Okay. TikTok. Welcome to ask your questions. Right. I like Mark Moss going down the rabbit hole. All channels to learn. $3,000 left on the credit card. First ounce of silver. Stacking food and supplies to the rafters. Awesome. Yeah, I'll try to bring him on. I'll try and find his email and contact him. This video needs more of vitamin like button. Yes. Food is a smart decision. Yes, it is. Okay, let me quickly just talk about, we are 55 minutes in. Let me talk about what I would do with $1,000 to invest, okay? If I had $1,000, this is what I would do. This assumes that you have $1,000 now and you want to invest that and you want to make it $10,000. I think that that's what you should do. You should not take $1,000 and just put it in. That's it, your $1,000 is gone, okay? I think that it is a smart decision to take the 1,000, make it 10,000. How are you going to do that? You got to, what I talked about previously, this is if you have the 1,000, not if you have 100 or less, okay? You're going to take stuff, you're going to flip it. How are you going to do that? All right, you're going to buy this stuff on clearance. People do it all the time. You could see it online, okay? They buy the stuff on clearance. Maybe it's available at Walmart. Maybe it's available at Home Depot, wherever it is, okay? And just an example, something that's coming up right now. I'll give you the keys you need to know. Look at these space heaters, I believe they're called. They're like a propane space heater for outside, okay? Restaurants have them and so on. You can use them in your backyard, all these things. So as we move into that colder months, you're gonna see these sales come on at places, Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever, Walmart, all these places. So those sales are gonna be there. You're gonna take that and you're gonna resell it. Where can you resell it? Hey, there's a million places. You could resell on Amazon. You could resell it on Kijiji, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, whatever the classified ads type of app website, okay? You're gonna resell them for regular price, okay? So if you got it for 50% off, you figure out what your profit is in there and you can make this happen. Is there a lot of legwork? Is there a lot of effort? Is there a lot of back and forth, phone calls, emails, this and that? Yes. But are you going to be able to take $1,000 and you're going to make it into $10,000? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to be able to do that because you're going to put the sweat equity in. We're not at the Buffett stage, right? Like if you had $144 billion of cash, I would not tell you to buy a whole bunch of space heaters and then go and flip them. It would be ridiculous. Okay. Different story. So people, when they invest like Warren Buffett, but they have $1,000, I think they're making a big mistake. That's me. That's my personal opinion. Okay. When we're working with the smaller numbers, we got to multiply that money. Okay. And if I get to the 10,000 now, I could take 1,000 out and I could put that into whatever, an ETF or something if I want to. But now I got $9,000 and now I'm going to be able to act accordingly. Okay. So I would look at places like Kijiji, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to see what's free. There are so many good things free, but you got to look in your area every single day. So you spend 10 minutes just looking in the free section, probably even 5 minutes. Look at what's free, look at what's available in these different apps. Instead of flipping through Instagram or whatever like most people do, you could look for where you can make profit. And I tell you right now, you will. Yes, there's legwork. Yes, there's driving around, walking around, talking, phone calls, emails, but you can make it happen. This is the way that you do business. In addition to that, if it's something that you do regularly, you can run this as an actual business. You get the write-offs. That gas you use to get to that place, to drive there, the maintenance on the vehicle, all these things are a write-off. They are a business expense. Okay, understand that. All right. Do you think that the Fed will go negative? I think it's more likely that they'll print more money before they go negative. That's my thought. So if they go to the printing money territory, then I'm going to say, well, we're getting sort of iffy at this point. That's the way I would look at it. And I think that spider from last night has come back. If anybody was here yesterday, I didn't get the spider yesterday, but I think it's back and it sees me. It sees me. It's on these brick walls. It's all about these brick walls. All right. All right. Ethereum will it overtake Bitcoin in value? In terms of, you're talking about market cap? I don't think so. I really don't think so. It's possible, but I don't think so. I think there are a lot more people that feel Bitcoin is the place to put their money. Though you could argue Ethereum has more everyday usability and so on. I think it's more attractive for different businesses to use it, different apps to be built on it and so on. But that each individual crypto could have its own benefits. Yeah, this is a service called StreamYard. StreamYard. And I just click on it. So I'm streaming simultaneously to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all through StreamYard. And I tried LinkedIn, but they rejected me on LinkedIn. I've got Instagram over here. I've got down over here. I've got TikTok going. People just keep asking me about AMC, which I've talked about before. Good stuff. TikTok, ask me a question. All right, and we got a few people on Instagram as well. Alibaba. Yeah, Alibaba. I don't know. I don't know if people realize about Ali, like if you ever used Alibaba, the website, like how it even works. Like if you're an investor, do you utilize, like, have you ever been to the Alibaba website? So I've used Alibaba many times before. I've never given them a dime. I don't think people realize this. It's not like you go to the Alibaba website and you pay the supplier through Alibaba. Like, it doesn't really work like that. You can, but you can also arrange everything off of Alibaba. So when doing that, of course, they're not going to see any of the revenue. So that's always the big risk. Now, they give you a lot of incentives to use their platform, but I don't think people understand that anyway, but that's a whole different story. If GPS starts covering Hex, so what I know about Hex is that mining it was easy to do. So that's the only data point I can give you on that. Cardano hasn't even started. There's a lot of, like, this is the thing. Are you chasing the price or do you like the tech? Because Bitcoin, let's say you're a biggest Bitcoin fan, you're the bull, you've got all your money in Bitcoin. Bitcoin today, let's say at $50,000. Let's say over the next month, Bitcoin goes down, it's now $500. It's this spectacular crash. It is crazy. Everything is going wild. Huge bear market, everything. Bitcoin, $500. Does that change your mind about Bitcoin at all? And it's just there month after month after month. It's $500. Does it change your mind at all? For a lot of people, yeah, it's going to change. It's going to change their mind because they're speculating on the price. For some people, they would say, I don't care. I really don't. Because I love Bitcoin. I think it's fantastic. I think the peer-to-peer transaction is amazing. Fast international transfers, all the benefits of it. But I think that would give people a different view of it entirely. Like somebody who's holding on to gold coins because their parents and grandparents gave it to them. If gold suddenly went down to $200 an ounce, those people wouldn't go out and sell their gold. They would just keep it and give it to the next generation. So that's where I see the difference between a lot of the cryptos that we're seeing today and their stability over a long period of time. We need to see actual practical use taking place. That's what I think, and that's going to stabilize the prices. But we're not there yet. Could the price of ADA and BTC and ETH, all these different ones, could they go up? Yeah, of course they could go up. But I think in order to have them actually stabilize themselves, much better than where they are. We need to see them being used better. And I don't care about the transactions per day and all that stuff. That doesn't mean anything to me. Moneko, I've heard of him. I do not discuss what I do personally. Gold isn't going to $200. Like I don't know. Is it going to go to 200? It seems like a low probability, but I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I have no way to determine that. That's why I say when you want to invest $1,000 and make it $10,000, I could put my money into something that I believe is going to multiply in price, or I can just get up, I can go, and I can get that money. I could take that money. You have to decide what you want to do, right? Some people are just saying, you know what, bet it all on black, all right? But I don't think that's like a long-term solution. TikTok, what's going on? Got some TikTokers in the house here. You can ask questions to the Money GPS man. Good points. I buy gold specifically for my kids. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like if the price went down, you wouldn't that wouldn't make you blink. Of course, you would want it to go up. Sure, you're not asking for it to go down, but you think to yourself, it doesn't really matter. Central banks are, Harry Dent is correct, but the central banks are fooling everyone. It's an illusion. I'm not sure what you mean, like what part of it is an illusion, although I could agree with you in some aspects, that's for sure. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate the content, and hit that like button and share. Yes, 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 everybody. Remember, we have 188 likes total right now. 3,500 people have come by, so I want to thank you for that. Hex and Pulse. I generally don't cover the crypto thing because like I explained a minute ago, there's no real separation in between when people are talking about like, oh wow, this crypto is fantastic. The price is currently $2 today and it's going to be $10 tomorrow. Well, is the crypto good, or is the potential gain of the price good? That's what I want to understand. So there are these different technologies out there, whether, let's just take Bitcoin, perfect example. I could transact with Bitcoin faster and cheaper than I can in the traditional monetary system. Okay, I know this. Those who transact internationally will understand exactly what I'm talking about. I can move that money faster and cheaper. And Bitcoin is the slow one. Bitcoin is the expensive one. So if people would start to understand that, then they would realize, okay, this is good, this is interesting. However, when people are buying into Bitcoin, some people, when these people are buying into that Bitcoin, they're saying, look, yeah, I realize it's 50,000 a day, but there have been so many people, so many knowledgeable people in the crypto space, these experts that are saying, Bitcoin's going to be $100,000. So I could double my money. All I got to do is put it into Bitcoin. And I think that's two very different things. And if people would, sort of just acknowledge what it is that they're investing in. Are they investing in the speculation of a higher price, or are they investing in the technology? Which, I've said it many times, we need a better system. We need a better system, the financial system, than we have today. It is rotten to the core. Okay. You should always know what you're investing in. If you like the company at X price and it goes down, you should like it even more. Sure. Buy some books and educate yourself to provide more value. 100%. I agree with that. Buy used books. I talk about this all the time. I've got many, many, many used books. I would always look, is the book available used in what on Amazon they say very good condition? Can I get it very good condition? And then I would compare the price of the new book to the very good. And oftentimes, it's like 1/5 of the cost. Like I would buy them for like just a couple dollars, including the shipping price. And I've gotten so many books like that over the years. Buy used. You get so much knowledge. You read it, you put it on the shelf, and that's it. It's done. Okay, you got that. Now it's in your head. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being here. XRP is actually being used and has real-world use cases. SEC is just a show. Do your research, follow the money. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but who is using it? That's what I want to know. Like, they talk about how many transactions per day. There's 1 million transactions. There's 1 billion transactions. But do you personally know anybody who deals in I buy stuff all the time in Bitcoin. I buy stuff all the time in XRP. There's not many. Why? Because the belief is that the price will be higher tomorrow. So I personally have used crypto to buy stuff, but I consider myself to be the minority in the situation. Why? Because if people think that the crypto is going to be, if Bitcoin is currently 50 and it's going to go to 100, you're buying something for, let's just say $5. Really, you're buying it for twice that amount because it's going to be double later. The price, the value of your currency you're using is going to double. It messes up what you're doing. It's not a stable value, essentially. Now, it might be stable beneficial to just hang on, but we never really know. Reading is a lost art. Yes. I can tell you from my book sales. Yeah, I understand that. I do understand that it's better. So you're talking about the technology and so on. 100%. Will money flow in that direction? That's the risk, right? That's the risk you're going to take. Bitcoin was dropped by China in the blink of an eye. Yeah, which is great because that was a huge risk. Like when I saw the China saying, no more mining here and all this business, immediately I thought to myself, this is the most bullish thing I've ever seen for Bitcoin. Not short term, of course, but in the long term, because people were saying, oh, China controls all the mining, they're gonna this and that, but I don't know. To me, I saw it as very bullish, personally. If all you have is 1,000 to invest, you should not be investing. If that is your margin, you need to build a savings buffer because you are on the bubble. Just to be clear, that's not what I was talking about. If I have $1,000 to invest, okay, that was what I was saying. Thoughts on stable coins in general? I would be very careful just because there's a lot of talk about Tether and so on. Do they really have it there? They've never really been audited, all this business. But if people are going to do it and you can get that interest, my goodness, you should be staking it if you think that you're going to make that income and it's still going to be there and so on. You're going to make a pretty good interest on that. But I would pay very close attention to what happens with them, any investigations, any information that comes out, stay on top of it. We got 4 people on TikTok. Hello, TikTok. Have you done drop shipping? No, I haven't done drop shipping, but Amazon FBA I personally think is much better. If you're even still in the house. Nope, that guy left. Drop shipping. I don't think that drop shipping is for most people. I think that it's a lot of it is dead. But Amazon FBA is not dead, I'll tell you that. Blockchain is the future. What do you think, guys? Blockchain is the future? Gold-backed stable coins. I want to see auditing. You know, if you can audit, but I wonder. You know what? I don't like it. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It was probably better. Gold-backed stablecoins. If I want gold, the only thing I want gold for is to save. I do not want to transact in gold. I do not want to give you my gold. I want to keep that gold. Okay? Now, if you use the gold to back a currency and then we can transact with that currency, there's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. It's like the US dollar was pegged to gold at $35 up until 1971. But they had also messed with it the years before that too. So it's not real gold. You understand what I'm saying? Like the dollar, like at one point was convertible into gold. And of course that is something, but it's still not gold. Okay. Like it's still not. So if you want gold, you got to have gold. You got to have physical gold. If you want to speculate on the price, you buy an ETF, you know, this and that's fine, but you're speculating on the price. Seems like it's the beginning of the stock crash. Some have said that's the case. Dow theory is closing in on that, suggesting that anyway. But it could be, you know, we are well overdue for a correction, and a correction is basically 10%, right? So that's what I'm saying. All right. I'm going to stay in for just a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's 1 hour and 17 minutes. A few more minutes. I'm getting emails here. All right. Good stuff. Let's see what we got. Amazon FBA. Bob, I have a free course on Amazon, the AmazonGPS.com. 100% free. Yes. People are asking what time for tomorrow. Generally the time is approximately 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm only going to be doing it likely Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or maybe just Saturday and Sunday. It's just probably going to keep shrinking, just because I'm not so sure what's going to happen to the channel and so on. So we'll see. Yep. Bob, definitely check it out. The AmazonGPS.com. Nobody provide, like I've seen free Amazon courses before, and what is it? It's like a super short thing, and all they're doing is just squeeze. They funnel you in to their real course, their paid course, or their coaching or whatever. You go in there is no upsell. Okay, don't upsell. People have asked me, hey, can you do this for me? Can I pay you some money and you help me, you guide me? Nope. I give you all the tools you need in that free Amazon course, the AmazonGPS.com. If I were to do coaching and stuff, the cost would be too high. It would be too high because you got to handhold people through it, just like with investing and so on. It's too much. It's too much. Like I thought about doing coaching for business, one-on-one coaching for business, but the rate that I would have to charge wouldn't make sense for people. So I never did it. I never did that. Somebody's saying if you got 1,000, then you just gamble it. So I don't think that's the case, right? You flip stuff. If you flip stuff, you already know how much money you're going to make. You look at the demand. By the way, quick mention right here, if you're going to flip stuff, how many people are currently selling that product? Okay? You got to look at that already. And how do you do that? Well, where are you going to sell this product? Is it going to be Amazon? How many people are selling that? It will tell you how many sellers there are of a particular product. Are you going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace? Go to Facebook Marketplace. Type in the name of that product. Oh, okay, there's 2 others. But look at how many views. Okay, look at whatever. If you're on Craigslist and so on, they will tell you how many views on a particular page. So you can kind of get some insight how many listings there are and how many people have viewed those listings, and you can kind of get a general sense of how many people are looking at this. You can even message that buyer or that seller and ask them, hey, do you still have it available? Where'd you get it? You can even ask them. Why not? They don't have. If they don't reply, they don't reply. Learn about your market. Thank you so much for all you do. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you being here. You're welcome. You're welcome. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. The problem with So BitChute, the service does not work to link my channel. Doesn't work. Tried it 3 times. Doesn't work. I'm on Odyssey. But the problem with all these other platforms is that, you get 42 views. You get 7 views. You get 1.5 views. It's like, I'm on all podcast platforms, by the way, except for Apple. They're being very difficult. But I'm on 6 different podcast platforms. So just the audio, the Spotify, Google Podcasts, like all these different ones. But again, I get 1 view a day. Sometimes I get 2 views or listens a day. So, there are alternates, but you got to understand what's happening. The views, they're on this platform, they're on YouTube. So, despite all the control and everything. Yeah, I'm not saying anything right now. It's just I'm trying to make some changes. Everything that I've done so far, views have not been. We're back to like 2015 levels right now on the views. So something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. So I'm just trying to see and just figure it out. That's all. Yeah, he's got it right. But yeah, like you're trying to make money from the advertisements is such a bad way to do things. If you got 400,000 views on a video, okay, you can make that a business. But when you're getting like 9,000 views and then your video, like what happens with my videos is they're only popular for not popular. They only get views for like the first 8 hours, and then after that they're just gone. Like you get like almost no views, and then it's just gone. And after a 24-hour period, there's like 0 views. So, which is I understand, right? It's news, right? But that's not a sustainable system. So I tried to bring in sponsors. I do have 1 sponsor coming, so you will maybe see that as early as this week. But I mean, 1 sponsor on 1 video doesn't change the whole outlook. I've been trying so hard to get sponsors. If I were to get sponsors every single day, that would totally change things for me. But it's just struggle. It's a struggle. So you're not going to blow up overnight. I've been doing this for 10 years. 10 years on YouTube. Definitely not overnight. You and 1 are the only ones left I know on the tube. Yeah, a lot of people have left. Either because they had to, they got kicked off, or because they're tired of all the nonsense. Yeah. fight Logan Paul. Yeah, that seems to be a thing, like UFC matches or something. It's not just you. YouTube is getting ghosted by the new INC videos that have been put up for a decade are getting claimed. Interesting. Peter Schiff can set you up with a couple of his sponsors. Can he do that? I can ask if I can ever get a hold of him. I emailed him once, but I'll email him again. Money GPS is the most unbiased and best channel for real hardcore financial truth out there. Prove me wrong. Awesome. I appreciate that support. Steam It? Yeah, I've done Steam It before. Something happened with the platform and I stopped uploading to it, but I have uploaded hundreds of videos to Steam It. Should have stuck to the old style videos. I looked forward to them every morning. I don't know what I've changed. Like, yeah. When you see, like, it's different from a creator's perspective than a viewer's perspective because you're not seeing the data. So views went down substantially. So basically I had to decide what's wrong here, make some changes, or, you know, but anyway. Doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, guys, I'm going to take off. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the support. If you haven't seen the Lynn Alden, she was the most requested interview. The views currently on that are like 8,000 or so, 9,000 maybe. So I don't know if people just haven't had time yet or whatever, but I would highly recommend checking it out. Lynn Alden interview was posted this morning. And of course, stay tuned for the video tomorrow, and I'll see you on the next one.